My family abandoned me for my golden child brother, but now that I'm a millionaire, they want me back. I 32 grew up in a family where it was clear I was the spare, and my older brother, Jake 35M, was the golden child. He could do no wrong in my parents' eyes, while I was constantly compared to him, criticized, and overlooked. Jake was the star athlete, the straight A student, and the one my parents poured all their love and resources into. Me, I was just there. I wasn't a bad kid. I did well in school, worked part-time jobs to support myself, and even got into a decent college. But it never mattered. Jake was their world, and I was an afterthought. The breaking point. Things came to a head when I was 21. I was in college and struggling to make ends meet. My parents refused to help me financially, saying they couldn't afford it. Meanwhile, they were paying for Jake's private grad school tuition and even bought him a car. When I asked why they couldn't spare anything for me, they said, "Jake has more potential, and you'll figure it out. You always do." I felt betrayed, but I swallowed my pride and pushed through. I worked 2 jobs, barely slept, and graduated with honors. After college, I tried to maintain a relationship with them, but it was always the same. Jake this, Jake that. Then, when Jake got into some financial trouble, because he blew his money on a failed business venture, my parents asked me for help. I was broke, drowning in student loans, and they had the audacity to ask me to bail out the brother they had always favored. When I told them I couldn't help, they got angry. They said I was selfish and ungrateful. That was the last straw. I cut contact with them and moved to another city to start fresh, turning my life around. The next few years were tough, but I worked hard. I started a tech company with a friend, pouring everything I had into it. There were countless sleepless nights and moments of doubt, but eventually, our business took off. By the time I was 30, we had landed a major deal that made me a millionaire. I bought a house, invested wisely, and finally felt like I had control over my life. For the first time, I was happy. Follow for part 2.